Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. In the previous video, we were discuss about the Newton's universal law of gravitation and importance of the gravitational force, right? In this video, we will discuss the motion of the object under the gravitational force, right? So dear student, when we throw an object in the upward direction, it moves up to the certain height and come back to the earth's surface. Similarly, when we release some object from the some height, it moves towards the earth. So why the object move towards the earth? Due to the gravitational force of the earth. So dear student, in this video we will discuss the motion of this object, right, under the influence of the gravitational force, right? So when we release the object from the some height, right, it moves under the effect of the gravitational force, and this motion is called the free fall motion, right? So dear student, let us discuss what do you mean by the free fall and how the object is moving with this motion with the help of the or under the gravitational force, right? So is the velocity of the object moving under a gravitational force is changes, right? What about the acceleration of the object? These all the things we will discuss in this video. So let us start with the what do you mean by the free fall, right? So dear student, when we throw an object in the upward direction, right, it come back to the surface of the earth, right? Or when we release the object from the some height, it go in the downward direction. Why it go towards the surface of the earth? Because of the gravitational force of the earth. Due to the gravitational force of the earth, the object is moves towards the earth. So the earth attracts the object towards it due to the gravitational force. Now, when an object falls towards the earth due to the earth gravitational force, it is called the free fall motion, right? So what do you mean by the free fall motion? So whenever the object moves under the influence of the earth gravitational force, the motion of the object is said to be a free fall motion, right? So when an object falls towards the earth, there is change in its velocity. So when the object is freely fall towards the earth, its velocity will be changed. We can say that its velocity is continuously increases with the time, and due to this the acceleration will be produced on the object, and acceleration produced due to the gravitational force of the earth, and due to this acceleration is called the acceleration due to the gravity, or we can say that the gravitational acceleration. So dear student, when we throw a object in the upward direction, or when we release a object in the downward direction, its velocity is changes with the time, and due to this the acceleration is produced in the object. Now this acceleration produced on the object is due to the gravitational force of the earth. So this acceleration is called the acceleration due to gravity, or we can say that the gravitational acceleration. So acceleration due to gravity or gravitational acceleration is denoted by small g, right? In the previous video we 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 were denoted a capital G. What is the capital G? Capital G is the universal constant of the gravitation, and here the small g is the acceleration produced on the object due to the gravitational force, right? So it is the acceleration due to gravity. So the acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. The unit of the acceleration due to gravity small g is same as the unit of acceleration, that is the meter per second square. So what is the unit of the capital G? You know that is the unit of the capital G? Yes, Newton meter square per kg square is the unit of the capital G, whereas here the unit of the small g, acceleration due to gravity, is meter per second square. So now how we can calculate the acceleration due to gravity? So let us see how we can calculate the acceleration due to gravity. So from the second law of the motion, the force is the product of the mass into acceleration, right? So we can say that F is equal to m into a, where m is the mass of the object and a is the acceleration of the object. But in case of the free fall, the force is the product of mass and the acceleration due to gravity. So in the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. For a free fall, replace a by g. So we get the force F is equal to m into g, where m is the mass of the object and g is the acceleration due to gravity. Now, according to the Newton's universal law of the gravitation, the force acting on the object by the earth, right, F is equal to g capital M into small m divided by d square, where capital G is the universal constant of the gravitation. Its value is the 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11, right? Capital M is the mass of the earth, small m is the mass of the object, and d is the distance between the earth and the object. So comparing these two equations are both of the force, right? We get from equation 1 and from equation 2, F is equal to mg and F is equal to g capital M small m divided by d square. Compare these two equations, we get mg is equal to g capital M small m divided by d square. Here small m is cut out on the both side. We get a acceleration due to gravity, small g is equal to capital G capital M divided by d square. So that is the mathematical formula of the acceleration due to gravity at a distance d from the earth. So acceleration due to gravity produce any object at a distance d from the surface of the earth is given by the formula g is equal to g capital M divided by d square. So according to this formula, we can say that the acceleration due to gravity does not depend on the mass of the object. So if we release a smaller object and the larger object from the same height, the acceleration produced due to gravitational force is same on the both the object. So according to this formula, capital G is equal to capital G, small g is equal to capital G m divided by d square, right? The acceleration due to gravity does not depends on the mass of the object. So when we release a lighter object and heavier object from the same height, in the both the object, acceleration due to gravity will be same. So dear student, understand how we can derive the formula of the acceleration due to gravity. Small g is equal to capital G m divided by d square, where capital G is the universal constant of the gravitation, m is the mass of the earth, and d is the distance of the object from the surface of the earth, right? Now how we can calculate the value of the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth, right? So calculation of the value of small g near to the surface of the earth or on the surface of the earth. So suppose an object be on or near the surface of the earth, the distance d will be equal to the radius of the earth capital R. So replace this d by a capital R. So we get a formula G is equal to capital G m divided by R square, where G is equal to universal constant of the gravitation. Its a value as 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square kg raised to minus 2. Capital M is the mass of the earth. Mass of the earth capital M is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. Radius of the earth R is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. So if we put the all the value in this formula, we get the value of the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth, right? So G is equal to capital G 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 multiplied by mass of the earth 6 into 10 raised to 24 divided by radius of the earth 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 whole square, right? So if you calculate this value, we get the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth is 9.8 meter per second square. So the value of the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth is a 9.8 meter per second square, and its value is a constant. But as we going toward at a more distance, as the distance is increases from the surface of the earth, the acceleration due to gravity is decreases. So here the acceleration due to gravity small g is not constant for the all the places, right? Meanwhile, the radius of the earth is not the same at all the point. You know that earth is not a completely sphere. At the pole, the radius of the earth is a smaller, right? And the equator, the radius of the earth is a larger. So acceleration due to gravity on the pole is a more compared to the equator, right? So the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth is not constant, but for the practically base we take a value of small g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So dear student, understand how we can calculate the value of the small g, right? We get the value of the small g on the surface of the earth is a 9.8 meter per second square, right? So as we move up from the surface of the earth, right? So as we move at a certain height from the surface of the earth, the value of acceleration due to gravity small g will be decreases. So as we going up at a more height, the value of g is decreases. And also the earth is not a completely sphere. At the pole, the radius of the earth is a smaller, and at the equator, the radius of the earth is a larger. So acceleration due to gravity on the pole of the earth is a larger compared to the equator, right? Now motion of objects under the influence of the gravitational force of the earth, right? So when, dear student, we know that an object experiences the gravitational force of the earth, and due to the gravitational force of the earth the object moves towards the earth, right? An object experiences the acceleration due to the gravitational force of the earth, and this type of the motion is called the free fall motion. And during this free fall motion of the object, the velocity of the object is continuously increases, and due to this the acceleration is experienced by an object is, right, independent of its mass, right? So in the formula of the acceleration due to gravity there is no terms of the mass of the object, so we can say that the acceleration due to gravity is does not depends on the mass of the object, right? So an object experience the acceleration during the free fall, and this acceleration experienced by an object is independent of its mass. This means that all the object, hollow or solid, big or small, should fall at the same rate, right? It should fall at the same rate. So acceleration will be produced on the each object, either hollow or solid, big or small. The acceleration produced in all the objects are same, right? Now as we were calculated the value of g on the surface of the earth, and it is almost constant at all the places on the surface of the earth. So small g is a constant near the surface of the earth or on the surface of the earth. All the equation for the uniformly accelerated motion of the object becomes valid with the acceleration a is replaced by a g. So here the motion of the free fall is called the uniformly accelerated motion, and we use the equation of uniformly accelerated motion by replacing a by g, right? So here we know that what are the equation of uniformly accelerated motion. There are three equation of the uniformly accelerated motion. First equation of the uniformly accelerated motion, v is equal to u plus at. We use this equation for the free fall motion by replacing a to by a g, right? So we get the equation v is equal to u plus gt. Replace a by g. Second equation of motion is a s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. So the equation will be modified for a free fall motion. S is equal to ut plus 1 half gt square. And third equation of the motion is a v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So the equation will be modified for the free falling object is a v square is equal to u square plus 2gs. So these three equations are the equation of the motion under the free fall, right? So when the object is freely fall from the some height, we use the equation of the motion to calculate the velocity at the any point. V is equal to u plus at, distance traveled by the object s is equal to ut plus 1 half gt square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2gs. So we use this all the three equation for the equation of the motion of the object under the free fall. So dear student, understand the motion of the object under the influence of the gravitational force, or we can say that the motion of the object of a free fall. Remember this all the three equation for the example, right? So examples are based on the free fall. We can use this all the three equation to calculate the velocity at the any time, to calculate the distance traveled by the object, right? So remember all these three equation for the motion of the object under the influence of the gravitational force, right? So now we will discuss an important point of the topic, right? What is the difference between the capital G and the small g? Here the capital G is the universal constant of the gravitation and small g is the acceleration due to gravity. So what is the difference between the acceleration due to gravity small g and the universal constant of the gravitation capital G? So what is the acceleration due to gravity? The acceleration produced on a freely falling body due to the gravitational force is called the acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration produced on the object due to the gravitational force is called the acceleration due to gravity. So now what is the universal constant of the gravity? The force of attraction between the any two objects of a unit mass separated by a unit distance in the universe is known as universal constant of the gravitation or universal gravitational constant, right? So the force of attraction between the two objects of a unit mass, that is mass 1 kg, separated by a unit distance, that is a distance 1 meter in the universe, is known as the universal constant of the gravitation. Acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. Universal gravitational constant is denoted by capital G, right? The value of the acceleration due to gravity changes from place to place and time, right? So the value of the acceleration due to gravity can be vary as per the place and as per the time. So the value of the acceleration due to gravity G is changes from the place to place, but the value of the universal gravitational constant capital G is constant everywhere in the universe. Now what is the unit of the small g? The unit of the acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square, whereas the unit of the universal gravitational constant is a Newton meter square per kg square. So dear student, I hope that you understand what is the free fall, how we can derive the equation of the free fall, what is the motion of the object under the influence of the gravitational force, and what is the difference between capital G and small g, right? Thank you very much for watching my video.